The scent of old blood clings to the cave mouth, a coppery rust that never washes away. It is the scent of their world, the perfume of prehistoric life. Inside, in the flickering dark, the clan huddles. They are 32 souls, small, gracile beings of clever hands and terrified eyes. For 3 days, the shadow has owned their valley. It does not roam, it waits. The Giganotosaurus, the great southern lizard, has learned their home is a larder. It has pushed its colossal head into the fissure twice, splintering the rock. Its breath a hot wind smelling of rotten thunder. Its patience is a new and profound kind of terror, a chilling turn in the long, brutal arc of hominid history. Kale, the old hunter, runs a thumb over the flaked edge of an obsidian chopper. His knuckles are swollen, his hands a map of scars left by Bortus contractor claw. He knows the stone, this piece of lithic technology, is a child's toy against the beast outside. It can butcher a kill, but it cannot fell a god. He watches Elara, who steals her child with a hand over his mouth, her eyes fixed on the entrance. The child does not cry, they learn silence before they learn to walk. It is the first and most crucial of all survival skills. The oldest law of these early humans is to be invisible, to be silent, to be gone. But the Giganotosaurus has seen them. It knows. The beast moves, a sound like an avalanche grinding to a halt. Its shadow eclipses the sliver of daylight, and the cave plunges into a deeper gloom. A low rumble vibrates through the stone floor, a subsonic threat that travels up their spines and settles in their teeth. This is not the hunger of a lesser predator, a fleeting danger from a pack of raptors that can be scared by fire. This is methodical extermination. They have seen what it did to the Triceratops herd at the river, a massacre born not of need, but of sheer, indomitable power. These magnificent dinosaurs are not merely animals, they are the unthinking, unforgiving forces of this ancient earth. A choice solidifies in the shared silence. It needs no words. To stay is to be buried alive or starved into submission. The cave, their only sanctuary for generations, has become a tomb. Kale meets the eyes of the other hunters. He gives a single, sharp nod. The decision is made. Tonight, they will abandon the fire. They will abandon the ancestors' bones painted in the deepest recess. They will run. They will become ghosts and pray the open plains do not devour them before the next sunrise. Elara pulls her child closer, whispering into his hair. It is a promise and a prayer to see another dawn in a world that belongs to titans. As they prepare to slip into the waiting darkness, they are no longer a clan in their home, they are fugitives from a monster that wears the valley as its crown. They move under a sliver of moon, a river of shadows flowing from the mountain's moor. Every snapped twig, every dislodged stone is a thunderclap in the suffocating silence. The Giganotosaurus is a distant silhouette against the ridge, a darker peak among the stone ones. But its presence is a weight on the air itself. They do not run, they flow, a desperate, silent migration of hominid history in the making. The plains are a death sentence. Here, there are no caves, no high ledges, only grass that whispers lies of safety and scattered cycads that offer no real cover. The sun rises like a judgment, a merciless sigh in a pale sky, and finds them exposed. It is the beginning of the end, and they all feel it. The children whimper, their small feet raw. The hunters scan the horizon, their faces taut masks of grim acceptance. This is the brutal reality of prehistory. Then Kel sees it. At first, it is just a mound on the horizon, a hillock where none should be. As they draw closer, the shape resolves itself. It is a fortress of bone and scute, the titanic carcass of an Ankylosaurus. The beast lies on its side, its clubbed tail still, its great armored back a landscape of fused plates. A flock of pterodactyl shrieks and scatters as the clan approaches, their leathery wings beating the air. The stench of decay is overwhelming, a physical blow that makes the children gag. But beneath the rot, there is something else, a promise. The scavengers have barely touched it. The smaller carnivores have gnawed at the softer underbelly. the exposed neck, but the main body is inviolate. The thick hide, studded with massive, bony plates called osteoderms, has defeated their teeth and claws. A desperate, impossible idea sparks in Kayla's mind. It is not the madness of a dying man, but the sharp, cold calculus of a survivor. He looks at Alara and sees the same thought reflected in her wide eyes. Not food, not all Denmark, a shield, a cave they can tarry. This is a moment of profound significance in the long story of human evolution. A pivot from merely using the environment to actively repurpose swapping it on a gargantuan scale. Using their stone choppers, their crude but effective ancient tools, they begin the Herculean task. The work is nauseating. They hack away but refine flesh. Their hands and arms slick with gore. They scrape the cavernous interior. The rib cage arching over them like the timbers of a great hall. This is a different kind of archaeology, an excavation of the recent dead for the sake of the living. The clan works as one, a frantic, silent unit driven by the shared vision of survival. By the second day, they have cleared a space large enough for all of them. They huddle inside, exhausted and grim. The world outside viewed through the hollowed-out eye socket of the dead giant. The bone shell muffles the sounds of the plain, creating an eerie, resonant silence. They are inside the mountain, and they wait for the shadow to find them again. The footstep is not a sound, it is a concussion that travels from the earth into their bones. The ground shudders again, closer. Cal peers through the bony orbit of the Ankylosaurus eye socket. The Giganotosaurus fills the world. Its head, as long as a man is tall, lowers to inspect the strange, dead hill that smells of rotten living fear. Its eye, a blackened yellow marble of ancient malice, blinks slowly. The clan holds its breath, a collective stillness that is a form of prayer. There is nowhere left to run. This is the final test of their desperate gamble, a scene worthy of a future dinosaur documentary. The attack is an explosion of violence. The beast's snout nudges the carcass, and the entire world tilts sickeningly. Inside, bodies slide, stone tools clatter, and a child's cry is instantly smothered by Alora's hand. Then comes the scraping. It is the sound of gigantic, serrated teeth dragging across the fused osteoderms, a screech of keratin on bone that sets every nerve on fire. The Giganotosaurus is trying to find a purchase, a weak point to peel open this organic can, but the dead giant's defense holds. The keratin-OUS plates, evolved over millions of years to foil the bite of a Tyrannosaurus rex, do not yield. Frustrated, the predator shells the entire shell with its head. The fortress scrapes sideways, a horrifying, grinding lurch that sends the inhabitants tumbling. Dust and dried viscera rain down from the ceiling of ribs. Yet, they are alive. They are bruised, terrified, but unbitten. The beast roars, a sound of pure frustration that vibrates through the bone. And then it is gone. Silence descends, thick and heavy, for a long time. No one moves. They are simply a small tribe of ancient humans, huddled in the dark, listening to the frantic beating of their own hearts. The sun rises on a new world. The clan emerges, glinting, into the light. The Giganotosaurus is gone. They have survived. But survival is not a destination, it is a journey. Kale looks at the fortress, then at the endless plain. The cave is a memory. This is home now. The next great challenge begins to move the mountain. Under Kayla's direction, the strongest hunters position themselves, their shoulders pressed against the bone. They push. The carcass groans, resists. It is an impossible weight. But with coordinated effort, a rhythmic, grunting chant passing between them, it shifts. An inch, then another. It is a grueling, monumental act of communal will, the very definition of altruism point made manifest. They are no longer hiding from the world, they are moving through it, protected by the armor of a fallen monster. Their journey across the plains becomes a slow, inexorable crawl, a testament to the birth of a new idea. They are the clan that carries its own cave, a walking fortress of bone in a world of teeth and claws, a profound and defiant anomaly in the age of dinosaurs. From a high vantage, as if seen through the lens of a future study of paleontology, the bone shield is a mere speck crawling across the immense canvas of the prehistoric world. Its journey is a slow, meandering scar on the landscape, a testament to a breathtaking act of defiance. This was not a victory of strength, but of intellect. These small, fragile beings, who would one day become Homo sapiens, could not outrun or outfight the titans, so they outfought them. They looked upon a symbol of nature's impregnable defense and did not see a dead end, they saw a doorway. They hollowed out the armor of a giant and made it their own. The first act of true architectural engineering, born not of comfort, but of abject terror. This singular event, this transformation of a corpse into a sanctuary, is the story of humanity in miniature. It is the audacious, perhaps insane, belief that the rules of a hostile world are not fixed, but are there to be bent, broken, and rewritten by the sheer, stubborn force of a clever mind. This struggle poses the eternal question when faced with impossible power: does true survival lie in hiding, or in the courage to make the impossible your shield? Here, in the deep past, the first human stories were not written in stone, but in blood, bone, and the defiant will to see another sunrise. But on the coast, the water hung older than the land itself.